Fethu Shabuzet, this is your boy Kavavovo, aka Vavelihle, the big jet Kubela. Happy New Year to you. Happy 2021 to you. I must congratulate you that you have made it up until this time. It is not our own doing, it is not our own understanding, but it is through the grace of God and it is through the mercy of God. Like I always say, and I said when I was introducing the show last Sunday or last week, to say that for the fact that we're still alive and we're still here at this time, it means the purpose of God in us is still outstanding. There are still things that we still need to do and that we need to achieve, because it's all about the purpose. Us being here is all about the purpose. You actually need to come over our YouTube channel. This is a show, Ivovo Talk, the show that we talk about everything and leave nothing unattended. Like I said, Shilo last year on our last show, Ngati Sobuya, on the 2nd of January. Oh, sorry, on the 2nd Sunday of January, Ngati Sobuya, Subuyilek. Being the 10th of January 2021, we are here in this space, Ivovo Talk. I am your boy Kabavovo, aka Vavelishe. The big jet Kupela, I welcome you this morning. Thank you so much for tuning in and for continuing supporting me and believing in this show, Ivovo Talk. Like we always do every Sunday morning, we're gonna kick this show, and the show is nice and juicy today. It's a little bit packed, and it's got a bit of meat in it, to make sure, because this is a very first show of the year. So what I've decided to do is that the topic of today is basically, because remember, this show is all about greatness, so we're still stepping on and pushing on greatness and you becoming great. So this topic of today, or this show of today on this show, Ivovo Talk, being the Sunday, the 10th of January 2021, it is the first month and it's the 10th day. Laba baziBhayibheli and bazokutshela ukuthi it says the first fruit wenzani or let 10% wakho, but asikho lapho, silala sikhona. Okay, so we're gonna kick the show with the verse like we always do every Sunday morning to foundate the topic of this morning. But here's the thing that I want to urge you to do is, like, if you watch the show Ivovo Talk, you'll realize that every Sunday morning when you start the show or when you kickstart the show, I just read the verse and I pass through. But this morning, I want you to really take full focus, and underline certain things in the verse that we're going to read, because it is so linked into the topic of today, and it is so connected. There's power link in the verse that we're going to read this morning into what we're going to be talking about this morning, being the 10th of January 2021. Here's the verse that we're reading this morning. It is found in the book of Genesis chapter 1 verse 26. Yes, ngiyakubona uyahleka lapho ukuthi lo mjito ufaka isipoti sigebemu sifunde verse. Yeah, ngegebemu zalifunda verse, focus, si grand, siyawazi ulayini ukuthi izinto zihamba kanjani, zihamba ngendlela. Nazi Genesis 1 verse 26. It says, God said, let us make mankind in our image and let them have dominion over the fish and of the sea and over the birds of the heavens and over the livestock and over all the earth and over every creeping thing that creeps on earth. So uNkulunkulu lo uthi after sekwenze konke, like he created the skies, he created the seas, he separated the earth from the sea and the waters. He said let there be light and let there be, he separated the what you call the darkness from the light. There was a moon, there was a sun and darkness and all those things. And he made animals, he created everything, grass and everything. After all that, he said, this is not enough. And he said, you know what? These things, this beauty, this power, this greatness, it needs someone that is going to dominate it. It needs someone that is going to overlook it. It means someone that is going to take care of it and dominate and make sure that everything becomes great, So, and then what he did, he made you. That's why I always say that we are great, and because you are indeed made in the image of God. So you are great. Don't allow anything and anybody to tell you otherwise. All the time. Thank you so much for tuning in this Sunday morning, being the 10th of January 2021. This is your show, Eve of Talk. I am your boy, Kabavovo, aka Vovelisha, the big G at Gobella. So on this verse, before we go into introducing our topic of today, the word that I want you to underline. By the way, I've once read this verse in one of the shows, but the context of how I'm reading it and why I'm reading it today, it's a bit different from the last time. So please take note. This is not a repeat of that previous show, whatever show that I read this verse on, but this is a different show. But it's the same verse, but it takes a different dimension in terms of the way that we're going to look into it and the way that we're going to eat and chew from it. The weight or the name that I want you to underline here, it is that dominion. Okay, and then here's the thing that I want you to understand, and you'll understand these things as I introduce our topic of today. Why am I saying underline that and understand mostly of that? He says, let us make man in our image and have dominion over the fish of the sea. The fish is in where? Is in the sea. Okay, right. And then have a livestock. The livestock lives where? On earth. Okay. And over all the earth, umhlaba. City, bring back the land, and we want the land. Yes, indeed, the land belongs to us according to the creation of God, according to the way that God made us. We belong, it belongs to us, so we have a right to it. But anyway, I'm full politika and sila on talk. So have over dominion over everything that creeping, every creeping thing that creeps on earth. So here's the thing: the birds are flying in the sky, and the the fish is in the sea, and the livestock is in the ground on earth. Do you understand? So now, if you will understand the principalities or the forces, you will understand that there are three types or dimensions of forces that we normally talk about. There's one that is in the what you call the sky, mkhathini, and there's one that is in the sea, and there's one that is on the earth. So when we actually breaking and killing all those forces, you need to kill it from the sea, from the sky to the earth. Do you understand? So if you understand this verse correctly, as it says, have dominion. So all those forces that are fighting against you, that are fighting against your greatness, that are fighting against your finances, that are fighting against your business, that are fighting against whatever thing that you want to achieve in your life. So you must have dominion over it. So you shouldn't be scared, because now there are forces that are attacking you, that are coming from the sea or coming from the sky, and all those things. All those things, you have power and you have dominion over them, because that is how your creator made you and created you. Don't go anywhere, and I hope you're gonna enjoy this show, and I hope it's gonna make change things on you. By the way, if you're on the way if you're on your way to church, I hope you're gonna have a blessed one. Or if you are on your way from church, I hope you had a blessed service. But I don't know whether churches are open, or some churches are open, being us on lockdown. So, but whatever it is, if you watch at home, a service at home, or you've been to church or whatever, I hope it went well and it really touched you and it changed your soul and your spirit. It activated something, because this month of January is very, very important. What you do. When I introduced this show and reminded you that we still here as if of a talk, and we'll be back today, being the 10th of January 2021, I said start now, because if you don't start now, you're going to regret. So the show of today is very important, because it's going to help you as you begin, as you start now. It's going to help you to make sure that whatever that you do now, it takes you through towards the end of the year. And when you look back in December, you will say, indeed, regardless of COVID, regardless of whatever hardship that I went through, but indeed 2021 was a great year indeed. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, and we're going to introduce our topic to you, and we're going to, get on with the show and put the show to rest. Enjoy. A very good morning to you. Welcome to Kabavovo YouTube channel. Welcome to Ivova Talk. I am your boy Kabavovo, aka Vavelishe, the big G at Kupela. A very good morning to you. Dumelango Hai, Sanbonani, Molweni, Nda, Riatamisha. I hope you're good and you're blessed wherever you are. This is Ivova Talk. This is a show that we talk about everything else and we leave nothing unattended. We're going to introduce the topic of today. I'm sure some of you asking themselves, manje bavela ama flip chart and all those things, sisasgele or skiphani kwenzakalani lo mjita lo manje khambani, so I decided to do this just to do an illustration so that you will make sure that you understand, because guys, that this topic that we're talking about today, it is very, very, very important. Okay, before I jump the gun, let me introduce the topic to you. Today on the show, being the 10th of January 2021, and a very special show on Ivova Talk. By the way, shout out to our film producer, film director, Mambolicious Scavenger, being on still holiday, taking a rest. I hope you're good there, my boy, and shout out to you. We really miss you on this show. Hope to join us soon on this show and we can do this thing together. Here's the thing. Okay, the topic of today that we're talking about on this show, the very first show of Ivova Talk, this Sunday being the 10th of January 2021. It goes as follows. This is a topic that is going to make sure that your life becomes great. This morning we're talking about the battle of me's in me. What am I saying to you this morning? Siyahlanya na Kabavovo. Samexina battles of me's in me. Kanting in me, This is a very, very important thing that you need to understand. Here's my understanding, and here's my my belief. That's why I said when we read the verse that it's important for you to take note and understand what you're talking about there on that verse. Because when God, remember on that verse, God said, "Let us make men in our image." He didn't say, "Let me make men," but he said, "Let us make men." So if God himself that created you can talk like that, can be diverse or can be multiple, you as well, you are multiple. What do I mean? Here's the thing. This is what I mean. My belief now, remember all the things that I talk about on the show, it is my perspective of life, and it is the things that I've learned, and it is the things that I've went through. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is my belief and my perspective and of which I'm hoping that is going to make a difference in your life and is going to challenge you and make you better, because at the end of the day you need to become great. Here's the thing, before I draw and I show you what I want to show you. We always say people or ka Sesotho or ka Sepedi ba re motho ke sera, meaning a person is an enemy. But here's the thing, if a person is an enemy to you, so it also simply means you, yes, you, I'm talking to you as you're watching me right now, it means you are or you can be an enemy to yourself as well. What do I mean by that? Here's now what we're talking about, this battle of me's in me. There's you that God designed. There's please forgive my drawing. I'm not too good. I hope you can see what I'm drawing here. There's this one person, the purpose, divine person that God what you call design, and then there's a second one, and then this one is a lazy one. I call this one lazy. This one is the main you. This is you. This is the God made you. This one. Yeah? And then there is number 3. Number 3 is the focused one. The focused one. Yeah? So here's the problem with these 3 people. This one is the one that must dominate, and is the one that is you, is the one that is their thing, is the one that is like God, is the one that must conquer everything, is the one that life is the one that business is the one that school is the one that graduation is about, is the one that greatness is about. But now this person, to shine, he goes through a battle, and the battle is between these two. These two are enemies. This one, number 3, is the focused one. This one wants to make sure that he becomes this person. He makes sure that whatever that he does, he becomes this person. And this one is not too much of an enemy as such, but he's got that thing in him that to say, I'll do it next week. There's no rush, there's no hurry. But do I really have to do this? Do I really have to wake up in the morning? Do I really have to set up this business plan? Do I really have to do all these things? Why is it that important for me to do this? Can't we do what you call this thing later? So where else the clock is ticking. So this guy is fighting this one. As this one climbs the step to become like this one is busy. Actually, I was supposed to put this one here. This one is busy dragging this one down, So here's the thing now, the important part of this. These 3 people that you see here, I hope you're still with me, don't lose me. This is Vova Talk. I am your boy, Kaba Vova, aka Vavalisha, the big G at Kupela. This is your show where we talk about everything else and we leave nothing unattended. As this morning we're talking about the battle of me's in me, the battles of you's in you, because you must become great. This guy, you must kill him. You must make sure that this guy, you get rid of him, But here's the thing. All this thing happens where? It happens in the mind. I call this a battlefield. This is a battlefield, your mind. That is where everything happens. Physically, we don't see all this fight. We don't see these 2 guys The only guy that we see is this one. But how do we see that who is dominating between these two guys? We see it by actions. Your actions, your talk, your momentum, your level of greatness, the pace of greatness, your persistence, you're not giving up, you're pushing, your drive, your focus, and everything that you do. That is how we see which between these two guys dominate. If we don't see any progress and there's nothing happening in your life, it means you're listening to this guy too much. Here's the thing now, yeah. Remember, this is a battlefield, yeah? This is all where the fight happens in your mind. That's why even the Bible says, let your mind be renewed, because the mind is something else. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I said to him, here's the thing that I believe in. There is no challenge in life that is bigger than you. As I know I'm going to say this, it's a dangerous statement that I'm going to say now. There is no challenge in life that is bigger and greater than me, as The only problem that is there is that if there's something that I feel is greater than me or is bigger than me, then it means my mind have shortfall me in certain areas or in certain levels of life, because the way that we were designed and the way that we were created as humans, we were made in such a way that our minds can handle everything. That is, remember, here's the thing that I need you to understand as we start beginning the year, as you're setting up your dreams and your goals and then pushing and everything. Here's the thing that I need you to understand is that you're winning, you're dominating, you're being successful in life. It's not a mistake. Already, like when by the way, recently there's another toy that have been added in my life. It's what you call that Mac is it E62 or S Sport? It's something else. The 4 pipes, that thing, when it was made, it was made to have the different sounds of the engine and to keep them lead and to pop up fire on the pipes. When it does it, whether the driver does that or not, it doesn't matter. But the main thing is when the manufacturer or the designer that designed that car, you already designed that in the feature. So it shouldn't come as a surprise, or it shouldn't come as a problem for it to do that. So also you, in your life, the dominating and the success and the winning and the greatness, it is in you. The only person that is stopping you and standing in your way is you. And please understand this and hear me out. If you're young, if you're old, you can listen to me 3 times. But if you're young, please listen to this 6 times. Because what I'm sharing with you today, what I'm saying to you today, what I'm investing or depositing into you today, I so wish it was deposited in me when I was very young, at a very young age, because I have shortfall myself in so many things. Where I am in life now, I do appreciate that, and I do pat myself in the back and all those things. I've done well and I've done great. But if I had such information and if I had such mindset and mentality, I would have been far and beyond where I am today, because I myself, I have failed myself by allowing this guy, and and as this guy, ilabo clever, laba bazi kakhulu, this guy. Angazi ngamfanisa nobani, but anyway, this guy, this one, the lazy one, ilabo clever, laba bani information yonke, uzokutshela, like in a minute of you proposing the dream and the vision and the focus, already within a minute, already he's got 10 reasons why you shouldn't do that. Can you imagine that? Already 10 reasons why you shouldn't do that, And then this poor guy, Shane, he's trying to, make sure that whatever vision or goal that you need to achieve, it happens. But now, this one is busy fighting him. But here's the thing, where I'm gonna come in now. This battlefield is complicated on its own. But for you to make it less complicated, there is what I call, as Ukabavo, border gates. You have, okay, I'm not going to write it in full, but we're hearing what I'm saying. Border gates. I hope you're not taking this thing as if we're in school. I just wanted to illustrate certain things here and, give it a bit of a different touch, this show. Show leyo fethu siyiblomele kumnandi siyikhulumela nje siyayixoxela uyangithola ukuthi ngithini. So what we're talking about at this moment, I'm saying to you, is there is what you call border gates in your life. What are border gates? The border gate is this thing, your ears. Because here's the very important thing that I need you to understand. Every information that you've had, it doesn't mean anything if you haven't done anything about it, or even haven't confirmed or conformed to that information. It doesn't mean anything. Like a farmer can spend a weekend with an IT guy, and an IT guy can actually give him the most what you call powerful information that can actually help him to what you call hack the reserve bank. But because that farmer didn't do anything about that information is like useless, it's nothing. What am I saying to you? Most of the things that you become, most of the things that helps you and builds you in life, is start here. Even the word of God says faith starts by hearing, and hearing what? Hearing the word and believing. So be careful of what gets in here on your border gates, because everything that comes here on your ears, it goes through your mind. And as soon as because you have allowed it access, border gates, you have to produce a passport, and why you coming to this country, why you crossing this border, and all those things there. So abundus, these things should become undus, should become a law enforcement, a powerful law enforcement. Because the way that we were designed as human, we've got an automated rejection. Our ears have power to automatically reject unnecessary and unwanted information. Because what is going to kill you and what is going to make this battle difficult, it is because of the things that you are hearing. What are you hearing? Because you are great. Make no mistake. Make no mistake, you are great. I want to tell you this when I'm still there. Né? It is important what you hear. Because here's another thing. external factors. External factors is the one that also makes this battlefield difficult. And external factors is what? It's what people say about you. But if you have won this battle and you've conquered this battle, and this you and this guy have managed to kill this guy, you will be able to do everything that you want. You can do everything and anything, because this one is the same as that one. This one believes in that one, believes in that you are made in the image of God, we are great, we are purposeful, we are driven, we can achieve anything and everything. There is no challenge and nothing that is beyond you. You are above everything. You are above the forces that comes from Mkatini in the sky. You are above the forces that comes from the sea. You are above the forces that comes on the earth. Whatever forces, whatever attack that, and please don't hear me wrong. I'm not saying life will be a smooth sailing or life won't be difficult. Life will be difficult, and then you will face certain challenges in your life. But the main thing is you will overcome it, because this battle, it's an ongoing battle. It's a daily battle. When you have to wake up in the morning, go to this business meeting, go to wherever that you need to go to school, and whatever that you need to do, it's an ongoing battle. But you should train yourself that this me always win, and this me that is supporting that other me always win. So I'm talking about external factors. External factors is what people say about you, and most people are not where they're supposed to be, and they're not going to achieve. And 2021 is going to be the same as any other year, where you're going to lose things and you're not going to make it, and then you're not going to grow because of what people are saying about you and what people said about you. Do you understand? These external factors, if you have trained yourself, number one, you enforce your border gates. You don't take any information. This is how you're going to get rid of this thing, external factors. You don't take any useless information. Or if you take information, have power to transform it into what you want it to be, and that information works into your advantage into winning this battle. Because at the end of the day, this is a battle, and all it's supposed to do, you're supposed to win. It's all about winning. Win. It's all about winning. It's 2021, we're in January, it's the 10th of January, second Sunday of January. By the way, you're still tuned in into Kabavo YouTube channel. This is Vovo Talk. You are tuned in to, and I am your boy Kabavo, aka Voveliche, the big Jet Kupela. I hope you're not lost and you are in this Vovo Talk. Don't worry about the setup of today. We're still on what you call this setup that we're talking about. What I'm saying is the external factors, you shouldn't allow them. And then the transformation is very important. Even if you take the information that comes from outside, make sure that you transform it into what you want it to be. Like, for example, I'm going to make an example for you, for myself, or about my life. Especially my family, they will tell you that when I was still young, one of my nicknames was Umnyamane. As you can see that I'm dark, so meaning Umnyamane means the darker one, or because Ekaya in we are 8 Ekaya, so in my whole family, in my siblings, I'm the darkest one. So now, because I was very when my mom came back from hospital with me, and then apparently when my brothers and sisters told me that they were looking at this child and say, Uma was and then that's how I got that name. But here's the thing, Now, one of my names or my nicknames is Ivovelish. From Umnyamane till Ivovelish. Do you understand what I'm saying? I transformed whatever the external factors, the external information that was said about me. I changed it into something else. That is what you need to do in your life. I don't care, because I know people have said stuff about you. They've said that you cannot make it, you're not gonna win, you don't have what it takes, and all those things. Chapa 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 chapa. Too many stories and too many things, So forget about that. Block it. Block unnecessary information, and then external factors, get rid of them, because you are supposed to win and make sure that you become the great that you can be. I hope you're still enjoying the show. I'm gonna say a couple of things to you, and we're going to put the show to rest. These are simple things, guys. It sounds very simple, this topic, the battles of me's in me. It sounds very, very simple, but it is very, very important. If you can master this thing, and you can make sure that you kill this guy that always talk negative and discourage you in doing things, and you support this guy. And I'm gonna tell you now, as we come back, how do you support this guy, how to feel this guy, and then we're going to take the show to rest. And I hope you're having a beautiful Sunday. Don't go anywhere, stay with me, I'll be right back. It's up to Shabuzet. This is your boy Kabavovo, aka Vavelihle, the big G at Kupela. You are still tuned in into Kabavovo YouTube channel. This is your show, Ivovo Talk, the show that we talk about everything and leave nothing unattended. Today, this morning, this Sunday morning, being the 10th of January 2021, our very first show in this year. We're talking about the battle of me's in me. So here's the thing, as you saw when I was doing the illustration there, as we introduced the topic, and we went through a bit with what we're talking about this morning. This is what I want you to understand. I strongly believe naturally that in every something great, there must be some form of challenge that happens. There is nobody that is great, or there is nothing that is great that can say, Mina, I have it easy, or something like that. So what am I saying to you is, the smooth sailing sometimes in your life disqualifies the greatness. For you to become great, and for you to be called great, you must have won some battles. Obviously here I'm not talking about physical battles in terms of getting into a ring and fighting with somebody and stuff like that, but the battles that I'm talking about here, it is the battles that are in the mind, because as I said, that the battlefield in this thing that we're talking about today, it is what you call the mind. Like I'm saying, the battlefield is in the mind. So obviously this fight that we're talking about here is, we do not see it. It's not a physical fight, but it is what you call a mental fight. One of the things that is going to, what I was saying before, excuse me, before I tell you the things that is going to help you to win this fight, is that the fight, it is okay for it to be there. Do not look down upon yourself, or do not beat yourself up because you are having these battles within you. All of us. I don't believe, I'm not a psychologist, but I don't believe that psychologists can tell you. I don't believe that there's a person in this world or in this life that can say, he only has that guy. Like I explained to you, those three people, the main you, and those two guys that are fighting against each other. I don't believe that there's somebody that can say, he only has that positive guy that is, going and climbing towards becoming the real you, of which is the great you. All of us, we're going through this. Like I'm saying, in every greatness there will be a challenge. In every challenge there will be fights and all those things. And fights, it means, like even when the baby is born, there's pushing that happens. There is even blood, there are pains that happens. So for your dream, for the greatness, for the you, the good you, the real you, to outshine all these, other bad things and other bad vibes and things that are fighting against you in you, it is important for you to understand that it's okay to go through this battle, because it's for your success. So do not, because sometimes what happens is this battle can be a problem, or can be a stumbling block in some people in terms of becoming great, because I'm tired of fighting, I don't want to fight and all those things. I've got news for you, my dear. In this life, you will fight. You will fight. You'll keep fighting. And the biggest person that you're going to be fighting with, it is you. The other people that are outside, they don't matter, Here's the thing. If you fix yourself, if you can work on fixing yourself, you would have fixed everything. There's an English saying that says, charity begins at home. We're gonna put the show into rest just in a moment. I'm gonna tell you a few things in terms of how to win this battle, and we're going to wrap up the show. I hope you're still good and you're blessed wherever you are. It is the Sunday morning. It is the 10th of January 2021. You are tuning into Kabavovo YouTube channel. This is your show, Ivovo Talk. I am your boy Kabavovo, aka Vavelihle, the big G at Kubela. So even when the child is born, there are pains, there's struggles, and there's everything that goes through, because something is great is coming. Something is great is being born. So this battle within yourself is fighting the vision, is fighting the dream, is fighting the goal. You need to become great. At the end of the day, what you need to do, you need to win. Here's the thing that I want you to start doing this year, if you haven't been doing it. There's something that we call vision board. It's always easier to win a battle if you can see what you're fighting against, if you know what you're fighting against, if you can see your opponent. If you watch the movies, especially those soldier movies and what you call the snappers, the snap shooters and stuff like that, you will see that what usually happens is the opponent doesn't see them, but they see it. It's not important that what you're fighting against, it have a full view and a vision of you, but it is important for you to have a full vision of what you're fighting against, so that you'll be able to hit hard. So number one, here's the thing. How are you going to win this battle? You need to understand yourself. As I'm saying that, fix yourself. Once you fix yourself, everything else is water under the bridge. All those people that attack you, all those things, people that says things to you, like I spoke of the border gates, the external factors and all those things. All those things, they mean nothing. All that information, all that useless information, all your past mistakes and all those things. By the way, when I'm passing them on your past mistakes, you are not made, or your past mistakes doesn't define who you are. But what defines who you are It's what you're doing today. It's how you're picking yourself up. It's how you're becoming great. It's how you're winning that battle within yourself, because all that stands in yourself, between yourself and your success and that dream and that vision, it is nothing and no one but you. From today on, if you haven't started, you haven't been using it, try to do that vision board. Draw something. That's why I decided to have a flip chart to illustrate and draw things like that, because this is the culture that I want to introduce, or I want to motivate to you. It's an old concept. It's a simple, very old culture or concept that have been used for years, and most successful people, they will tell you that for them to win, they put whatever car that they want, whatever house that they want. Those on my WhatsApp, they will tell you. Now and again, I just hold that picture of that orangish Range Rover. Wow, God, I love that car. Come do that to me, baby. I want that car. So things like that matters, because the more you see it, the more you see what you want, the more you see what you're fighting against, the quicker and the easier you're going to win the battle. Number one, understand yourself, understand who you are, understand what you want in life, understand what you want to achieve, understand your weaknesses and your what you call your strengths and all those things. That is how you're going to win this battle. As soon as that guy gives you 10 or 20 reasons why you shouldn't do something in a minute, after you just had an idea of doing something great, your strengths are supposed to come up and say, hey, these are the reasons why we do it. Even if it's only one reason, as long as that reason is powerful, it's fine. It doesn't have to be 20 or 50 reasons to counter offer that him as you coming with 10 or 20 reasons why you shouldn't do something. You can come with 3 reasons or even 1. As long as that reason is solid and powerful enough, you are going to be able to win the battle. Like I said to you, that the border gates, in terms of the information, have the automated blockage in terms of resisting whatever it is that comes into your ears, because what comes into your ears, it goes to your mind, and once you pay attention and entertain it, you conform it, and once you've done that, it becomes a belief system in you, and then once it have become a belief system, whoever says what and whatever happens, you're gonna be conformed to that. It's gonna be difficult for you to transform and change from that. So that is why it's important for you to safeguard this. But now, you need to have soldiers, and strong soldiers, that are going to man up your border gates of which are your ears. What are those soldiers? Those soldiers are the things that you feed yourself, are the books that you read, are the series that you watch, are the activities that you do, are the exercises that you do, are the meetings that you're having with yourself. If you watch in this show, you will see there's a show that I did, Meeting with Self. In 2021, have most of those meetings with yourself, and this is how you're going to win this battle. Because when you're having mostly of those meetings, what you're doing is you are raising the good guy that is with you, that is on your side, and then the more that guy rises, the more the bad guy, the negative guy, gets diminished and gets smaller. Please take note, that guy will always be there. He will always come out with negative excuses. He will always try to drag the other guy down. He'll always try to drag you down. But the main thing is, you need to make sure that you become greater and you become best and you become above and beyond that guy. So make sure that you have soldiers in your border gates, of which is your ears, of which that information, activities, meetings with yourself, and all those great things. Because as soon as you tell when those soldiers are strong, as soon as that information, negative information comes, they will one bullet, it will be done. They will dismiss it. Like if you are full of positive and great information, whatever nonsense that people says to you, whatever nonsense that people or you hear, it might be on the news, it might be on the newspaper, it might be on the street, whatever negative thing and not unwanted thing. If you are strong enough and you've trained yourself enough, you'll be able to reject that. So the lesser things that goes through your ears, the lesser information that goes through your ears, the better, because that is how you're going to what you call win this this battlefield. So it is important to guard yourself, guard your ears, guard your eyes, what you see, guard your emotions. That is the second part that I want to come in, is that your emotional strength is very, very important. That is why your spiritual part of you needs to play part. I don't know what you call spiritual belief you are or side you are, doesn't matter, it's up to you. But what I'm saying to you is that for you to win this battle within yourself, the spiritual part needs to come in as well. Because the spiritual part basically builds your emotional part. Like there are people that are always emotionally drained because of their spiritual part. Like recently due to COVID, in my place of work, I went through a lot of struggles and stress and all those things. But I overcame that because spiritually, I was at the right place. And therefore, emotionally, I was also at the right place, because the spirit part fits the emotional part. And when the emotional part is right, and then when the battle takes place, then we are fit. It's like going to a war, then it's a problem. So the spiritual part and the emotional part being good and being in the right place, it is like food to your body and like food to your mind, and it makes you to be able to win this battle in this battlefield. I hope I did open up some things to you. Due to time, I'm gonna wrap up the show right there. But all that I came to tell you this morning is that you are the only person that is standing on your way of success. If you fix you, and everything will be fixed. Nobody can tell you, like some people, they say to me, jailer and all those things and whatever. I don't care what other people say, but what matters is what I'm doing is fixing myself, and what I'm doing is helping me win this battle within myself, and helping me to win and become great and be the best that I can be. Then that's it. As long as you fix yourself, other stuff, that doesn't matter. So it's okay to have that battle. It is needed. It will always be there. So you must always be equipped. Your border gates must always be, fully staffed with those soldiers, to reject unwanted things, and then get rid of external factors. Deal with internal factors, and make sure that the internal factors are sorted, are in the right place, and the greater internal factors, they come up and they rise up and they help you to become the best that you can be. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, being the 10th of January 2021. Happy New Year once again to you. Welcome to 2021. I hope this year indeed is going to be a great year to you. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. This is where we wrap up the show, Evovo Talk. We will see you next week Sunday. We will be indeed in your space next week Sunday, being the 17th of January 2021. I almost said December, but it is January. Big ups to our financial manager, Mihloti, for manning up what you call the filming this morning, as our filming director is still on leave. So how did she do, guys? I think she did great. A round of applause to her. So big up to you, my love. Thank you so much for manning up and for supporting me and believing in this project. Guys, this show must grow, and this channel must grow. This is where I come in at the end of the show and ask you once again that please do subscribe and do click like, and please do share, because someone needs to hear this. If when you think maybe this is not important to you, but someone I believe that will find this valuable and important, please do share it, and please do click like, and mostly please do subscribe. Like when you closed the show, what you call last year, December, the subscriptions were coming nicely and the views were growing. Please keep on, let them grow, and let's do this life together, because we are not alone. We are together. I've got your back, son. All the time. Like I always say, I'm available once a lockdown is open and things are back to normal. I'm available in terms of what you call, if you have an event, you need a speaker, and or you will need a one-on-one session. I'm available to assist you. You can hit me up on my email, vumakabavovo at gmail.com, or you can check me out on Facebook as Ukabavovo, and you can also check me out on Instagram, or you can send me a messenger on under Facebook, and we can communicate there, because all that I want is to see you winning, is to see you succeeding. Even on this year in 2021, I'm still standing on that. I love you. Have a blessed Sunday and have a beautiful week ahead. Tomorrow is the 11th of January 2021. Go out there, understanding yourself, understanding this battle, and make sure that you win, because once you win this battle within yourself, you will win out all other battles. They will be like water under the bridge. I love you. I wish you all the best. Take care. I'm out.